This is Rusty, and this is the Accsoon M1. Now, it doesn't look like much more than a phone holder, and for £100 that would be one hell of an expensive phone holder. Don't worry though, I am not going stark raving mad. This is much more than just a phone holder. Let me quickly share with you some of the headaches that I face when creating these videos sometimes. First of all is not being able to see myself on the A7 III because it doesn't have a flip screen. Now, I used to use the Imaging Edge app to Bluetooth a video stream to my phone, but that was quite laggy. Now I use an external monitor, but those aren't the most travel-friendly things. I mean, they're fine for in a studio, but they're not very portable when it comes to things like doing vlogs. And the third is recording my viewfinder's view. You know, if I want to show, say, how well a lens tracks through the viewfinder, for example. Now, at first, I was having to just use my phone camera pressed up against the viewfinder. Not the most professional-looking result. I then moved to what most people do, which is record my HDMI feed. Except the only way that I had to be able to do that is to run the HDMI feed out of my camera into the external monitor, and then out of the monitor and off to a capture card on my computer. Now, this has two main drawbacks. For starters, it means I can't record my viewfinder without being within 6 foot of a computer. Plus, the capture card that I have only works when the camera is set to NTSC, not PAL, so I had to switch modes on the camera every single time. The only solution to a portable way of recording HDMI used to be to buy something like an Atomos external recorder, but they can be quite pricey, plus quite sizable to carry around with you. Enter the Accsoon M1. This little device allows you to use your Android phone as an external monitor and recorder. There is a full-size HDMI input on the side, which takes the feed from your camera into the M1. There is then a USB-C port on the side which runs the video feed into your phone via the Accsoon C app. Now, through the app, you can view a real-time feed of your HDMI, complete with add-ons like zebras and focus peaking and histograms and waveforms and audio monitoring, etc. Basically, everything you would expect to see on a normal external monitor. And it also lets you then mount the screen forward so you can monitor yourself when you're in front of the camera. You can then even go a step further and either record said feed straight onto your phone to include into a video later, or you can live stream the feed through your phone straight to any RTMP supported platform such as YouTube, TikTok, Zoom, Instagram, and so on. The best part of it all is that while there is a slot on the back for an NPF battery, it's not actually necessary in order to use the M1 because it can pull the power for the feed from your phone. And let's face it, pretty much everyone takes their phones with them anywhere they go these days. So for short bursts of video on the go, this allows you to travel as light as possible. Now, for more prolonged recordings, you can install an NPF battery on the back and then use that to charge your phone on the go. Or you can feed power through the two 7.4 volt DC outputs to power external accessories. Now, recording wise, this is able to record 1080p up to 60 FPS, which is a little bit disappointing that it can't record full 4K, and the bitrate maxes out at about 20 megabits a second. So when compared against true 4K 100 megabits out of the A7 III, for example, you can clearly see it doesn't quite pack the same punch in terms of clarity. Now, this wouldn't make much of a difference if you're recording, say, the viewfinder feed, but I personally wouldn't see this as a replacement for internal recording videos for, say, professional projects. However, that being said, for live streaming, I think the resolution is less of a problem, since most platforms tend to drop the quality anyway, so I don't think you would see a huge difference through the M1. And the M1 can still be useful for more professional shoots because of its ability to then double your phone up as an external monitor. And it's pretty lightweight, it's only like 75 grams. Now, most of that is down to the fact that it's made of plastic, so it's not the most kind of high quality feeling, but then to be fair, that's pretty standard for most phone holders, and it's never been a problem for me before. So all told, I think it's a great alternative to needing to carry around a full monitor, as it's a hell of a lot smaller and lighter, considering, as I said before, most people have their phone with them anyway. It is disappointing that it can't handle 4K recording or higher bit rates to make it a viable alternative to internal recording, but if you want to be able to live stream straight from your camera, or be able to record viewfinders on the go, or have your phone double up as an external monitor with zero lag, then I think this is a fantastic option to consider. So, that is all for this video. I will leave links to the M1 below if you want to check it out. If you have any questions or queries, please feel free to leave them in the comments down below. While you're down there, please consider liking the video and subscribing for future content if you haven't already done so, and then hopefully, we'll see you in the next video.